Hello, and welcome to the Healing Streams Reflection. The title for today's post is Demons Using You to Destroy Yourself. Demons using you to destroy yourself. In the New Testament, we are given three pictures or three types of demon possession. The first type is the demons possessing you to use you to destroy yourself. And that could be seen in Mark chapter 5, verses 1 to 30. And then the second type is the demons possessing you to use you to further their ends or their goals. And that is in Acts chapter 16, verse 16 to 18. And the third one is the demons possessing you to use you to destroy others. Acts chapter 19, 13 to 16. In this first segment, I want us to look at demons possessing you to use you to destroy yourself. Beloved, demons are destructive spirits who have the same motive as their wicked master Satan. Their motive is either to kill, to steal, or to destroy. So like their wicked master Satan, they also move about like roaring lions, seeking people to devour. Peter tells us that he seeks those who are vulnerable. And so be very careful you don't avail yourself to the enemy. One major activity of demons is that when they are given the opportunity through sin or through visits to their shrine and places of worship, or opening up to these occult secret societies, they come to possess people to destroy them. A typical example is the case of the Gadarene demoniac. Let's read in Mark chapter 5, verse 1 to 30. Then they came to the other side of the sea, to the country of Gadarenes. And when he had come out of the boat, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs. And no one could bind him, not even with chains, because he had often been bound with shackles and chains, and the chains had been pulled apart by him, and the shackles broken in pieces, neither could anyone tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying out and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Jesus from afar, he ran and worshipped him. And he cried out with a loud voice and said, "What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I implore you by God that you do not torment me." For he said to him, "Come out of the man, unclean spirit." Then he asked him, "What is your name?" And he answered, saying, "My name is Legion, for we are many." And he begged him earnestly that he would not send them out of the country. Now a large herd of swine was feeding there near the mountains. And all the demons begged him, saying, "Send us to the swine." that we may enter them. And at once Jesus gave them permission. Then the unclean spirits went out and entered the swine. There were about 2,000, and the herd ran violently down the steep place into the sea and drowned in the sea. Beloved, how did the demons seek to destroy this man of Gadara? First, they took him out of the dwelling of human beings to a place where they could destroy him without any man being able to interpose. So verse 2 says that they sent him to the tombs. They sent him to the tombs. Beloved, it's very, very important for you and I to understand these dynamics. That this, I believe, is a very wonderful man, somebody's husband, somebody's son. So they took him out of the dwelling of human beings to a place they could destroy him without any man being able. So verse 2 says that they sent him to the hut, to the tombs. They sent him over there. They sent him over there. Secondly, they gave him supernatural strength that made it impossible for any man to bind him to prevent his being destroyed by demons. And so verse 4 says that no one could bind him because he had often been bound with shackles and chains, and the chains had been pulled apart by him, and the shackles broken in pieces. In short, no one could tame him. No one could tame him. You see, after isolating him from the normal human society, the demons have started their actual work of destroying him. We read in verse 5 that is a sad statement. I know, always night and day. Night and day. He was in the mountains, in the tombs, crying out, cutting himself with stones. Beloved, these wicked demons that called themselves Legion in verse 9, because they were many, will have completely destroyed this man had Jesus not appeared on the scene to cast them out. And cases like this have been coming to our ministries, and by God's grace, God has set them free. Beloved in the Lord, it's very, very important for you and I to understand these dynamics. Most of the time, we think some of these happenings just happen by itself. This is a man who went from one extremity of total madness to another extremity of complete miracle by the Lord. And so it's very, very important for you and I to understand why some of these things happens. Now verse 5 tells us that the man had become so self-destructive. He was destroying himself. The Bible says he was cutting himself with stones. So here's a condition of a person who had lost control of himself, is destructive of himself. He's trying and making sure nobody comes to where he is. He had separated himself from where people live to where dead people were. And everybody was afraid of him. Nobody could get close to him. But in verse 6 and 7, something happens. When this man met Jesus, He does something that is contradictory. He acts in ways that doesn't sound normal. And this is a picture of an oppressed person. When he saw Jesus from afar and crying out, the Bible says he ran to him and acknowledged who Jesus was. He didn't reject Jesus, but he acknowledged Christ. The Bible says he worshiped Jesus and identified who he is. Verse 7. He says, "You are the Son of the Most High God." This man had more revelation than even the disciples who were following Jesus. Beloved, this is what Jesus can do to set demons, possessed people free. And so in verse 8, when Jesus met this demonic man, the Bible says Jesus said to the demon or the unclean spirit in this man, "Come out from him. Come out of this man, you evil spirit." Then Jesus asked a second question. "What is your name?" But the spirit says, "My name is Legion." Verse 9. Now, Legion is the largest unit in the Roman army, and normally had between 3,000 and 6,000 men. So when the unclean spirit said, "My name is Legion," he was referring to a reality that was in existence, and that also shows the character that was dwelling in this man. It was called Legion. You see, there are three things about a legion. You see, first, a legion represents military strength because a legion is a military term. Second, a legion represents numerical strength, talking about numbers, because a legion is a large unit in the Roman army. We're talking about, you see, a lot of demons. You see, probably between 3,000 to 6,000 spirits. And these are controlling this man. They are very strong, militaristic, numerical, organized, and could break free from it. This is indeed a hopeless case. He was also naked. But in our modern world, we have people who are demon possessed. Some of them are wearing suits. And you could deduce from the way even they eat, they talk, and they dress. So how did Jesus deal with this situation? Jesus addressed the spirit in the man. No, not the man. Jesus spoke with authority. "Come out." This is not a time to negotiate or beg the devil. No. Jesus identified the spirit that was in the man. He identified its character, its nature, because people take on the nature of spirit in them. And what you notice about Jesus and his authority, he did not repeat his first command. All he said was to come out. Beloved, by God's grace, this man was set free and decided to follow Jesus Christ. But Jesus told him to go and tell others what the Lord has done for him. Beloved, I don't know the helpless situation you find yourself, but the good news is this, that Jesus Christ is alive. If you open up to him, he will deliver you and set you free. God bless you. Bye-bye.